What's up, guys? My name is Lauren and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going over my family's real budget for October 2024. September just really flew by for me. It was my daughter's first full month in public school, and we are all adjusting to the new schedule and all the new germs that she is bringing home with her. So I'm getting over the worst cold of my life. I am 90% of the way there, but sorry if my voice is kind of nasally today because it's been 2 weeks of this and it just won't go away. But anyway, my younger one has been refusing to take her nap, and today when I got her to sleep and put her in her crib, she stayed sleeping. So yay, that was a big win for me today. And so I have a few minutes to film this video. Before I get into it, if you like this budget spreadsheet and you want to use it for your own budget, it'll be linked in the video description. It's an instant download to Google Sheets and it comes with a detailed video tutorial. This month my family is budgeting for $11,300 of income, so let's see how we distributed that for October. First of all, prepare yourself first. We budgeted $1,043. I made a commitment to myself to contribute at least $1,000 a month to my Roth IRA for the rest of the year. And then we had an extra $43 after we allocated all of our other budget expenses, so I put that in the pay yourself category as well. This is the top priority really for me financially, besides just staying out of debt and continuing to stay on track with our budgeting. This is number one priority, is to keep increasing our retirement contributions. So I've been working on something behind the scenes for so long, and I honestly wish I could share it with you guys, but I just want to wait till it's all totally set. But hopefully we'll be able to contribute more to retirement soon. But yeah, anyway, so stay tuned for that. Hopefully good news. Sometimes things don't happen overnight. So anyway, a little hint of maybe what's to come, hopefully in the next month or two. Okay, for debt, we are just paying the minimum on my husband's student loan. That balance is getting close to $60,000. We are getting close to being under the $60,000 mark, and I just can't wait till one day that loan is no longer there, because it'll be so nice to free up $800 a month in our budget. Okay, moving on to expenses. So we've got our mortgage here. That's $4,477 per month. That does include taxes and insurance, and we are currently looking into refinancing options. The Fed cut interest rates last week for the first time, and there's going to be more cuts coming, but mortgage rates aren't exactly tied to the Fed funds rate, so it's hard to know when the perfect time to refinance is, obviously. But rates actually had already dropped significantly in anticipation of rate cuts, I think. So rates are much lower currently than our rate, and so I'm trying to figure out if we should refinance now or wait, or refinance now and then maybe refinance again in a year and a half, and hopefully rates will keep dropping. So it's really hard to know the right thing to do, but we're doing some research right now to see what we could get and what the fees for refinancing would be for the rate we could get, because right now our rate's above 7%, and it's hard to get worse than that. So our payment will come down significantly if we can drop our rate by 1 to 2%, which may be an option now. So we're doing our research and figuring out what we should do. But it's very nerve-wracking because it's just it's such a big decision, and it's hard to know where rates are gonna go from here. If we could get it somewhere in the 5s, I would be so happy. Okay, so life insurance, we've budgeted $105. That's life insurance for myself and my husband. And then internet and cell phone is $115. Home security is $30. Car insurance is $113. And Spotify is $12. Groceries and takeout is $1,500 this month. We do $300 a week. So we do groceries every weekend, and then I usually pay off my credit card on Monday or Tuesday. So I go by how many Tuesdays there are in the month usually. So October, there are 5 Tuesdays. So 5 times 300 gives us that $1,500 for groceries and takeout. But honestly, it's 99% groceries. We do takeout maybe once a month, and we really don't go out to restaurants. The only thing that has been costing us more lately with groceries, actually 2 things. One is my younger daughter is now not so little, and she is eating a lot of food, and both my kids have been really into the snacking lately. They'll still eat their meals, but they're eating so many snacks, and so that has been pricey. And then the other thing is that now that we have a house, we have been hosting a little bit more, and so obviously when we host, we buy food and drinks and stuff. And so hosting goes into our grocery category, and that has been putting us over. I figured out, I'm like, why have we been going over on groceries for the past few months? And I looked back and I figured out, I think it's mostly because of the hosting and a little bit because of my kids' like increased amount of eating. And so I'm like thinking, should I have a separate line item for hosting, but it's just not consistent month to month? Should I make it a sinking fund? I don't really know, but it would be nice to be able to like host people and have those expenses be separate from our grocery fund, so I can keep it straight, or increase our grocery fund, and then that way like we're not going over on groceries. So I'm gonna think about it like through the end of the year, because in January is when I like reconfigure my budget categories if I'm making any changes. So I'm gonna see how the rest of the year goes. All right, household, we budget $200 for household items, and this is everything from shampoo to trash bags to vitamins to paper towels to, you know, dish soap, all that kind of stuff. Gas, we are budgeting $2.50, and for utilities, I'm being like optimistic for October because our September electric bill should be much less. Just looking at my app on my phone, maybe I'll put like a screenshot in of where we're at so far, but our thermostat has an app that like tracks our runtime, and we can just see that we've used a lot less electricity for cooling in September, so that bill comes in October. So hopefully that'll be good. It will be nice next year when we've been in our house a full year and we can like look back on the previous year's utility bills and see what to expect. Or I think after we've been here for a year, we can roll in budget billing or like level billing, which basically they take the total of what you like of all your charges from the last 12 months and they divide it by 12, and so they give you like a flat rate that you pay every month, and it's not actually a flat rate. They'll adjust it like year to year based on your actual usage, but it gives you more of like an amount you can expect for at least the calendar year you're in for each month, and then the following year it would adjust. So if you guys do that type of like flat rate billing or budget billing for utilities, like, do you like it? Has it worked out for you? Comment below and let me know, because I'm curious. I've never done it before. And then from miscellaneous, we budgeted $25. We always just do 25. I like to have a small miscellaneous expense category because I like to have a place for everything and know where it went and what it was for, and not just have like a ton of miscellaneous expenses. But there are always those like little things that pop up, so we do put 25 there for miscellaneous things. And then finally, for sinking funds, we have budgeted $150 for my husband, myself, and my two daughters. That for each of us goes to different things, but for myself it's mostly like clothes and makeup, or if I want to like buy a book or something like that, you know, rent a movie, that would go under my fund. And then for my daughters, it's mostly for their clothes and some toys, and then miscellaneous things that come up, like if my daughter needs a specific thing for school or needs the next size up in ballet shoes for her activities and stuff like that, that would come out of that fund. And then for school and activities, that is like paying for their actual activities. So my daughter does ballet, and my other one is enrolled in a gymnastics class for like toddlers. And then they just had picture day at school, so I charged like the pictures to this fund for her picture day. So that's the type of things that come out of that category. Miles, our cat, gets his regular $2.50, and that covers all of his expenses, including the prescription food that he has to have. He will be turning 11 in November, but he doesn't look a day over 7, so he's gonna live a very long life. All right, for gifts, we have budgeted $50, and then for Christmas, we have budgeted $200. I've already started Christmas shopping. I love having a sinking fund for Christmas. I love having a budget for Christmas. Maybe I'll do a video on like how much we're budgeting for each category with our $1,000 that we are setting aside for Christmas. And yeah, it's just I love having a sinking fund for Christmas. It's the best thing ever. If you haven't started one, you can put a few $100s aside every month for the next 3 months, and you will have a nice little stack of cash by the time Christmas gets here. So consider it if you haven't done it. It's like the best way to enjoy Christmas. For car maintenance, we are setting aside our normal $100. We have not had any major maintenance on our cars in a while, or really ever. So we are very lucky with that. And I'm hoping they continue to run smoothly as we continue to get our normal oil changes and like just the regular maintenance done on them. And yeah, I hope our cars run another 5 years. So my car and my husband's car are both about 10 years old and have over 100,000 miles on them. So I'm hoping they both get to 200,000, but we'll see. All right, for home maintenance, we are setting aside our normal $500. We ended this month with about $700 in this fund, and this is what I've been wanting all year long since we've been putting money into this fund, $500 every single month, but it's gotten spent. But we are finally accumulating like a little buffer in here. I would love it to be in the $2,000 to $3,000 range. I think it's probably going to take like another year to get there at least, but we'll see how it goes. So anyway, we are very excited to be building up some money in this fund. So if like the dishwasher goes, or, you know, just like those things that happen in the house come up, we have the money set aside already for that maintenance. For home decor, we are setting aside $100. We are getting in pretty good shape with like all the basics for the functioning of our home, in terms of like we have a kitchen table, we have 4 out of our 6 kitchen chairs, like we have a rug in our living room, we have a couch that fits the space. So it's like slowly getting furnished. There's a lot of like decorating that we need to do, painting and decorating. So there's definitely a lot of projects to do still. I feel like it's going to be probably a good 3 years. Like I feel like once we've been here for 3 years, our house will be in the shape that we're like, okay, there's like little things, but no major stuff that we like want to do. But slowly but surely, we are going to continue decorating. I'm like prioritizing the downstairs because that's where like people see when they come over. And it's been really fun to decorate this home because this is just like our first home that we've owned. We owned a condo before. It's just not the same as owning like an actual home where you have a backyard and is a place that you can see yourself staying a long time. So it's been really fun to like make it feel like home. All right, and then for medical, we are budgeting $250. We are very close to our max out of pocket. We hit our deductible, but we have another like $500 to our max out of pocket. So I'm setting aside $250 a month for the rest of the year to cover things that come up. Plus, like, there's some things that aren't covered under the regular health insurance. Like, if I go to the eye doctor and get contacts, like, that's a separate charge that doesn't count towards our deductible, which totally sucks because, like, that's something that comes up every single year for me and my husband. So, anyway, putting aside some money to cover things like that. And then we're not putting anything aside for vacation at this point, and nothing for emergency fund because that is fully funded for now. So, this month we have budgeted 9.2% of our income to pay yourself first, 7.3% to debt, 63% to expenses, and 20.4% to sinking funds. Like I mentioned before, if you like this spreadsheet, it'll be linked in the video description. It includes monthly budgeting, annual budgeting, debt tracking, annual goal tracking, all kinds of good stuff. And it does come with a detailed video tutorial. If you like this video, as always, give it a big thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos from me, then hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. And I'll see you guys soon in the next one. Bye!